Hey yo, fellowshippers, what up? Welcome to the fellowship hall with the twins and Ralph. I am Ralph, aka Big Ham, and I'm back with my fellas. Twin number one, Keith. Twin number two, Ken. Fellas, say what up to the fellowshippers.
What's up, fellowship? It's your boy Ken, aka the moral compass of the group. Thank you for tuning in today.
What's up, fellowshippers? You know me as Keith, aka the moderator. You know me, I know you. Let's go ahead and get started. And what we doing today? You know what we doing. We doing the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Not only are we doing that, but it's the last episode of the season. I think it may be the finale of the show. Yeah, the series finale. So we won't waste your time any longer. We're gonna go ahead and hop into it. Ken, go ahead and give us your reactions for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier last episode.
Yeah, no problem, man. I think it was a good episode, a good closing episode. Hopefully Big Ham enjoyed it because it definitely had its fair share of action, a whole bunch of action, as a matter of fact. I thought it was really good. I liked the way we got to see what the Wakandans actually gave Sam, which was kind of a combination of what we had said. He had the suit that represented America, but it also still had the wings built in, and it seemed like the wings were a bit more functional, where they could do a little bit more. We saw they dug into the ground to give them extra support. They were curving and everything. It was pretty cool.
Did the first one have two red wings?
I think it's just
the first one only had one.
It was two red wings this time.
Three. Maybe
two
even
or three. Yeah, it might have been three because when he pulled that van up. Yep. So the Wakandans definitely amped up the wing capability and then made it into a suit. Seemed like it was a little bulky, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was a good episode. We got to see what happened to most of the flag smashers. We know Carly died.
Rightfully so.
I was a bit confused with her interaction with Agent Carter, and I started having some reservations on Agent Carter. And then the final ending scene kind of highlighted that maybe once upon a time she was virtuous or pure, but now she's definitely been tainted by her time away, and now she basically looking like she'll sail to the highest bidder no matter what. So
what was her title? What was her
power broker?
The power broker.
Yeah, so she's gonna obviously be somebody that's to be reckoned with, or at least to be suspicious of in the later Marvel movies, or however they spin her character off. But yeah, I thought it was cool. I liked the fight scenes. I was happy to see Walker come back, and he was still kind of bent on revenge. But when he saw the true civilians were in jeopardy, he kind of pushed that aside and tried to go back into the heroic role. So I was happy, and I kind of thought about Zemo in last week's saying that Carly wasn't redeemable, and I'm like, okay, well, it looks like they're at least going to make Walker redeemable, but Carly truly turned out not to be. And then finally, Sam's kind of monologue at the end when he was telling the senators about, how the people were suffering and how, maybe for once they got a chance to feel how it felt to be helpless and not know what's going to happen to you and things like that, to try to push for change and reform and basically accepting the mantle as being the Black Captain America, or I'll say being an African American who is Captain America. I thought that was pretty cool, and him and Bucky basically solidifying the friendship and going back and talking to Isaiah, and then showing him that monument, or at least the statue of him in the historic museum. Honestly, I think they did a good job of wrapping this up. The only thing that I really I guess it just seemed like Sam was too interested in trying to save and redeem Carly. And I'm sure it was because he understood what she was fighting for. But I just think he kind of laid a little bit too much on the line for her as a person. But I assume it's because of her age. But other than that, I thought it was a great way to end the series, and gender. I thought it was a great way to end the series. Oh, I'm sorry. One other thing that didn't make a lot of sense to me, and I might have just missed it and didn't go back and watch, but when the three agents that got caught were being put in the van, and then the officer basically said their little mantra before they got back in, one world, one people. I thought the van behind theirs got blew up, but I guess it was their van that got blew up.
Yeah, it was theirs.
Okay, that was the only thing that kind of confused me just a bit because I thought it was the van behind theirs that got blew up, not theirs. But other than that, like I said, man, I think it was cool. They kind of tied up all the loose ends. Bucky ended his therapy sessions, and I'm anxious to see what they're gonna do going forward with Sam's character and hopefully Bucky's character. And did you guys catch at the end before prior to the credits? It said Captain America and the Winter Soldier instead of
Ooh,
the
I,
Falcon and the Winter
I
Soldier.
did. I missed it.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Nice.
So I
missed
thought it
it,
was
but it makes sense.
It does make
yeah,
sense.
it was cool. So I enjoyed it.
Big Ham, go ahead.
Yeah, man. King hit the nail on the head. I was able to keep my attention up on this. There was so much action, and then I thought that him being the Captain America and as well as being the Falcon fused into one was really cool.
Yeah.
For him to be able to have the wings and red wing and the shield, it makes him very formidable, even with him not being a super soldier.
Right.
Right.
But I do think still that he should find either a serum or the Wakandan flower to boost himself up some.
He don't
Um,
need it.
yeah, man, look, he would be unstoppable if he got that. So yeah, but I think he's a really cool Captain America, and and I would dare to say, even though I have watched the other ones, I would dare to say cooler than Steve Rogers with everything he can do with his suit
Don't go too
and the
far,
shield.
Ralph.
Yeah.
Don't
Huh?
go too far.
Settle
Don't go
down.
too
I
far.
mean, could Steve Rogers fly?
He
No,
couldn't.
Could he fly?
He couldn't.
no.
Did he have two personal little airplanes on his back that he could go and get information with and fly and chase helicopters with? He can do all that.
He did.
Again, no,
That's
he did
true.
not.
But Steve didn't have a suit that could do that.
That's true.
Okay, he didn't, but you making my point for me.
Okay. Continue with your reaction.
And also, so yeah, I like that. What man? I forgot what I was about to say. Oh yeah, but I think he's going to be a cool Captain America. It's interesting to see, how they're going to use him in the Marvel universe going
Yeah.
forward as
Yes.
Captain America. And then I was kind of wondering about, what's going to happen with Agent Carter. I always thought it was something a little shady about her. And then I don't know this, but they were pardoning her for something. So I don't know what she was getting pardoned for, what crime she had committed. But
Yeah. In the
Remember,
episode in the series, remember they said that when I think when Steve had stepped away from being Captain America, that her, Bucky, and the Falcon had taken the shield and were on the run. I think is that right, Ken?
something like remember it was the whole thing about with the Civil War. I thought when everybody split
Mm.
and Steve and his guys were the ones that the government was at odds with, and
Yeah.
she was part of their team. So I think that's why the same pardon that Bucky got is the pardon that she got. It was basically for going against the government. At least that's
Yeah.
okay.
that's what I recall.
Yeah.
And I mean, and look, one thing I noticed, man, that vibranium is something else because that shield that Captain America uses stayed on point, but that one that Walker made in his garage. That
Yeah,
jump was bent all up, bruised, battered.
battered.
That
Yeah. Hey, so was Walker.
vibranium is something else, man. But yeah, I thought now, unlike another show that we just reviewed, I thought this show actually closed out well,
Yes,
climactic wise, as far as being a series or season finale. So I thought it was a good watch. And I agree with Ken. I just thought he was too easy on Carly. Like this woman is killing people, blowing people up, keeping very important people hostage, even
right.
though you don't necessarily totally disagree with her stance.
Her
You totally
motives.
disagree with her methods. You got
Yeah.
to go ahead and nullify her.
Hmm.
In the best way possible. And I don't think he really.
Got
I
to.
think he got to cower down when it came to that. So,
Yeah.
uh, but it ended up working out. But I thought it was a good ending to the series.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just echo what you guys said. I thought it was a good series. First of all, I know Big Ham had his struggles with it in the middle of it, but seemed like he came around at the end. But I thought it was a good series. You know, being a Marvel fan, this is kind of the stuff you expect. And I'll still go back to it's like watching a 40-some minute movie. The way they're shooting this stuff is the graphics, the CGI, all that stuff is excellent. And
Right.
I still like the story. You know, it's not a movie, so you got to get some kind of in depth story from the characters and their background. And I did like that. Um, I like the suit. You know, me and Ken kind of put our heads, not our heads, but our thoughts together, and it turned out to be right. So I apologize to Ken for saying that it's probably not a suit. So my apologies there. But Big Ham and his serum, you know, while it might make sense to us, you know, I thought Sam was so adamant against it that it probably wasn't gonna be that. So it is what it is. But it was a good ending. I thought Bucky and Sam's relationship together developed throughout the show, and I liked it. You know, I guess
Yep.
I like for people to kind of get along in shows. You know, if they're gonna be working together, I want them to get along. I guess I'll say that. Lastly, you know, Carly had to go. She had to go. She did go, and that was good. But I kind of felt a little cheated because I feel like the only reason why she did go, not because she should have gone, was because she could kind of out Agent Carter's
Right.
bad role or bad guy villain type stuff, and that's why she got shot. And she was about to shoot Sam, and Sam was like getting ready to take it, and I was like, "What are you doing? You know, what are
Right.
you doing?" But so I was happy she got shot. Honestly, I was hoping that it might have been somebody else. But when it was Agent Carter, you know, for some reason I just started not trusting her. You know, even with the last episode, Rav mentioned that she made a call to somebody, and we were like,
Hmm.
"Who is she calling?" We didn't know, and it probably turned out to be, you know, the George St. Pierre character, the guy that Carly was working with.
It
So
was.
yeah, yeah. So you
Was
know, it turned out to be that she was a bad guy. But again, you know, I was glad Carly died. I don't think Sam had to carry her out for any reason and put on in the ambulance. I don't think that was
right.
necessarily necessary.
Yeah.
But
He was
still,
too close. He was too emotionally
he was
involved for
too
some
emotionally
reason.
involved. Yeah, when he has to be able to separate. As far as the fake Captain America, I thought that he went okay. Walker, I thought that he went out okay. Honestly, I didn't really care about him. So it was what it was. I didn't care about him. So that's kind of how it was. So that's my reaction. I thought it was a good series and a good series finale. You know, I guess we'll see what happens with Marvel. Maybe Walker will be something else. What is it? The citizen or U.S. citizen
He
or
said he
something
was
like
going to
that.
be some
Agent.
kind of agent, a special
Yeah.
agent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll end up liking him. Maybe he'll be good or redeem himself, or maybe he'll be a villain and we'll still like him. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah. He's still a super soldier. So keep that in
Yep.
mind.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, fellowshippers, go to the section and make sure you let us know what you thought. You know, this is a Marvel series, so you know we got a lot of love for Marvel. So let us know what you thought about our reactions and what you thought about it for yourself. Usually we try to catch Big Ham up, but I think for now we're just going to see what we think that this could lead to in the Marvel universe. So Ken, won't you go first?
Yeah. I think it'll. I think is obviously some kind of intro for Sam as Captain America. I'm not sure what the next movie is going to be. I know they're coming out with a Loki series in June or July, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if they would have Sam show up in that, or they're truly going to have a movie come out with Sam introducing him as Captain America, saving something, or maybe another Avengers movie. I'm not really sure what's next, but
So Black Widow should be next.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that movie was supposed to come out last year, so I it would
COVID
be
stopped
odd
it.
to me.
Mm.
Yeah, COVID stopped it, so it would be odd to me if they had Sam in there as Captain America, unless they went out and filmed some more scenes
Scenes.
or something like that. But that'll be cool. Yep, but
That's
yeah,
a good
Black
point.
Widow should be next, so it'll be interesting to see. But I guess even and this is not really a prediction because I kind of gave what I thought could happen that Sam would be introduced into the movies as Captain America, which would be cool. But Big Ham hinted at it last, or actually made a comment on it in the last pod, and it's just cool to me to see how Marvel is basically pushing the whole the philosophy, of unity and things like that among the African American community, and the rest of the world, and bridging that gap by introducing Sam as an African American as Captain America. So it's not really a prediction. It's something that Big Ham said last week, and I think Marvel basically doubled down on it in this episode. And I just thought that was really cool. They ended it like that, and they paid their respects to a older African American who had been wronged by the government in this at the end of the show also. So I got nothing but props for Marvel for what they've done with this series and doing things. I mean, I was always a fan because I like the whole action and superhero and fantasy of it. But doing things like this just helps ensure that I'm going to continue to be a fan of Marvel.
Big Ham.
Yeah, I dug that too. Since they've already let us know this is just one series, I think they're setting up a Captain America movie with the Falcon as the Captain America and with Agent Carter as the main villain. And I think that'd be a good movie. The Falcon's Captain America, Bucky is his right hand man. Then you have Walker in that murky gray line with our homegirl from Seinfeld. So I think this series set up a nice plot for a decent movie later. If they're not going to do a second season of the series, because like y'all said, every episode was like its own movie together. So instead of doing the 6 episodes about 38 minutes apiece, you just have a Marvel 2-hour movie and put it together as one movie. So I think they set up a nice plot for the next movie. Who was this? What was the one that's coming out? You said Loki or
Loki.
Loki, yeah.
Who is that?
That's Thor's brother.
Yeah.
Thor's brother. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the Winter Soldier and the Falcon, Captain America, be a part of that series, but I think they did with this show set up a nice plot for the next Captain America movie, especially if they're moving on from Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna disagree a little bit with you, Big Ham. I think, but I thought it was a good series, like I said in my reaction. But for next, I think that this is not so much that they're setting up movies, in my opinion. I think they're just setting up characters. So it's not gonna be like a focused movie on Sam as Captain America. It'll be some Marvel, probably maybe New Avengers or something like that, New Next Generation or something like that. And then Sam will come in as Captain America, and it won't be, hey, explain this, because we already had this series to explain it. So that's my thinking. You could be right. But I think that's how it's going to be. I think the Loki one will be interesting because Loki is kind of like a bad guy. He's not really. He was kind of like a part of the Avengers, but at the same time, or at least later on, he was kind of like an enemy or a traitor. I mean, he's a complicated character, so I'm interested to see that one. So I plan to watch that one. I hope we'll review it and get a fellowship with our thoughts. But as far as what's next, I think like you and Ken said about the way Marvel is tackling real issues or tackled issues from the past and bringing them forward and stuff like that. I thought they've done a great job. All their stuff has been entertaining to me. It's some of those things that you can just like you like to do, Big Ham, is just sit back and not have to think and just be entertained. But at the same time, they go a little bit deeper in certain areas and give us a little more knowledge, a little more food for thought, if you will. So I'm expecting that from the next movies. I'm just getting excited for Marvel stuff. It's just a chance to sit back and watch something that's entertaining. And then when we watch these series, we get to know a little bit more deeper about these characters. So when we are watching the movie, we don't need some deep explanation because we already saw it because of the series. So that's
you
what
feel
I'm
more
thinking.
connected to them.
Right. I have a question. For y'all, man. Do y'all think we ever see an Avengers Defenders crossover from Marvel?
Avengers Defenders.
The Defenders, the Defenders is the Marvel other little guys with Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. What's it? Is it Deadpool? Not Deadpool. All those Marvel shows that was on Netflix before.
Yeah.
Jessica
Yeah.
Jones.
I guess I'm not sure, Big Ham. That's a good question. But I know what
They
you
haven't
mean.
they
The
haven't did
shows on
anything with those
Netflix.
Defenders characters yet
Yeah, they
Right.
haven't. You're right.
on Disney Plus.
I'm not sure. I guess if we knew, maybe if we knew more about the comics, which we don't, we could
Right.
say that maybe they have some crossover, so maybe they will have a movie. But I guess at the moment, no, I'm not. I'm not sure that they will or have a reason to. But I guess it's always possible. I mean, they're Marvel characters, so they could make some kind of appearance, and they could make like a cameo. Not be a major part of the storyline, but they
Right.
could have some interaction. But it's a good question, man. It's a good question. Did you
Yep.
watch any of it on Netflix?
I watched the Luke Cage series. I didn't. That's the only one I watched. I didn't watch Jessica Jones or.
But you watched the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched the whole
Oh,
thing of Luke
nice.
Cage,
How was it?
season one
Was
and
it pretty
season two.
good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Was
Okay.
it?
Okay. Well, fellow shippers, I think that's it for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was a good series, like we said. Beating a dead horse, but I thought it was a good series. Like I said, Big Ham, he kind of came in strong, and then he kind of wavered, and he kind of ended strong. So I'm okay with that. So
Yeah.
make sure you subscribing for us and letting us know what you think. Ken, go ahead and send us off.
Yep. Like he just said, guys, go ahead and go into the comment section. Let us know what you think. We already had one of our faithful subscribers already make some comments on the relationship between Sam and Bucky, and I had fun basically responding to those comments. So you guys go ahead, subscribe if you're watching. As always, you can catch us on the Fellowship Hall's YouTube page or our Facebook page, or you can go hit up Big Ham on Facebook at Raphael Hammond, or on Instagram and Twitter at HamDog22. Thank you guys for joining us through this journey of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It had a bunch of action, a bunch of fun, and then hit on some real life issues that actually the three of us were really proud of Marvel for tackling. So go ahead and watch. Let us know what you think. Keep coming back to the Fellowship Hall. We're gonna be here for you guys. As always, you guys be blessed.
Be blessed.
Bless, fellas.